Alright, Plebo.
I am not too bad. Not bad at all.
Should probably stop opening the podcast with that, shouldn't I, really?
Yeah, probably.
Possibly.
Yeah, but you know.
What's the chances that it could get me in trouble, really?
Who could possibly say?
Well, it's a made up word,
Yeah.
so it can mean whatever we want it to mean.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
It's fine. We are. I'm looking forward to it.
Episode 12. Stream.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a webcam for Christmas. Well, I didn't get it for Christmas. I got an Amazon voucher, which I got a webcam for Christmas.
Yeah. It's annoying, like, having to be on camera now. Myself and...
Yeah.
It's just...
I'm alright. I'm looking the other way. I can't see what.
Fucking I'll get a TV sometimes and plug into that. So I can put it there next time. Less distracted.
Yeah. Well, at least you're not vain enough to, love the way that you look.
Very vain now. I've got some new clothes and...
Jeez.
I know.
I've got some new jeans, but they need washing first. They're
Do you
literally...
actually wash your clothes before you wear them?
I try to, yeah.
I don't. I never bother. Unless they smell vinegary. Like when you get a new t-shirt, sometimes they be like...
Because I think that's been in a warehouse somewhere. And for all I know, that's been pissed on by a rat.
Yeah, sure.
And I don't want rat piss on my leg. Pissy rat leg. Jesus.
Your washing machine broke, didn't it?
Yeah, that was fun. Fun times. I've already done 2 loads. I did 2 loads last night. But for some reason, this washing machine takes longer than the old one.
Oh, you might actually push any of the buttons on it.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I put it. I've read the manual. Well, I've read one page, and it tells you all the settings. And I've done the typical bloke thing of, right, that setting,
That one works.
that one suits everything that I want it to suit. So yeah, that's the one setting that I'm going to use for everything.
Is it a washer dry?
Yeah, but I don't know. I never use. Well, I used the dryer on my old one, and it always made my clothes smell a bit funny.
Oh, on the new one because it's new. It might. How often do you clean the filters out?
I don't bloody touch the thing, do I?
Fucking go then. That's probably why.
Why am I going to be pissing around changing filters for?
No, you don't have to change it. You just need to rinse it. Normally there's the one like in it that you get all like the lint, and you've got one.
Okay.
In a dryer at least, and then you've got another one lower down.
Yeah.
That needs rinsing like once a month, properly anyway.
Ah.
There's a note on ours. We always use quick wash,
Yeah.
but then we change the spin cycle down up from like 1200.
Yeah.
So it dries the clothes out more when it dries.
Yeah.
It spins faster and gets more stuff out. And we also put an extra rinse on. So it ends up going from 27 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
It takes longer, but it means that
Okay.
dryer might not be the best because sometimes it takes like a couple of goes round in the dryer to actually dry stuff.
Yeah.
Because especially bedding, like stuff gets in the duvet cover and then it doesn't dry.
Yeah.
It thinks it is.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I just use a Maiden.
I can't. Else with them, so I don't.
Yeah.
Also, last time I tried to use a mate, so I'd much rather just use a dry.
Yeah. Well, I live with 2 women, don't I? So ours is always one.
Yeah. 1/2 degrees. I turned it up for you so I can dry your fucking coat on the radio. Nice.
Well, you usually have it at about 18, don't you?
16.
16.
16 and a half.
Aren't I fucking blessed?
Well, a little blast, heaty uppy. Turn it up a little bit. I turned it up to 18 and a half. It's just not reached it yet.
Oh, I feel blessed. Absolutely blessed. What can I say? BFFs, the things that you do for friends, eh? Buffs.
I'm just an absolute delight.
Absolute delight. Oh, God. It's been another ridiculous week with the people that I work with.
Oh, go on.
Just Freddie being Freddie.
Yep.
So, Eddie and Freddie.
Freddie and Freddie, yeah. Aye.
They sound like a double act, which they are, to be honest. Freddie tends to send Eddie voice messages on Facebook Messenger.
Yep.
And the latest one was from Boxing Day. And they're both into horse racing. They both bet on that like all the time. And this one is just Freddie going, Blackamoor, 20 to 1 odds. Put it on last night. Yes, yes, yes. We're shagging tonight. Oh, for fuck's sake. No wonder your fucking wife kicks off at you.
Who are you talking to?
But yeah, that's all it is. Just him going, yes, yes, yes. A Blackamoor, 20 to 1 odds. We're shagging tonight. Yes, yes, yes. We're shagging tonight.
He's an absolutely mental Italian man.
Yeah. Like, all Italians aren't men's anyway, but I think he's like extra mental.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
What else has gone on at work?
Not much. We've had to do the lateral floor tests.
Yeah.
That's not been fun. I've gone to I did mine last Thursday. And you get like your results back within an hour.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really quick. Really, really quick.
Is that actually a COVID test or is that a SARS test? Because Becca has the tests.
I'm not sure. I thought it was like the antibody test, possibly.
I'm not 100% sure.
Neither am I. But you go in and they go, right, yeah, you need to like put the swab at the back of your throat and swab it about and all this sort of stuff. So I'm stood there, bloody ramming it down there, bloody heaving. And the guy's like, oh, you don't have to do it all at once, just take a break. You can take a break halfway through if you want. I'm like, oh, this is fucking horrible, this is horrible. Looked up and realised that this guy's got his army uniform on. I'm like, I don't even know why I'm whinging about this. Like, you're in the army. He's like, yes I am. I'm like, right, so my nose then. You're like, yeah, put it up your nose and just wait. Put it so far that you start feeling resistance.
And then it's like a centimetre more.
Yeah, and then you have to like twizzle it about up there. And I'm stood there going, there's not going to be any fucking resistance. But this up my fucking nose is now up there. Fucking study tickling back of my eyeball. Oh.
Yeah, it's not the most fun you can have. Okay.
No, so at least we've got that out of the way. I've got another one on Friday. We're doing it like once a week now. They did the usual thing of, oh yeah, you can. It's up to you whether you do it or not. It's totally your call whether you do it or not. And one of the lads went, yeah, I'm not doing it then. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
And then they came back like 20 minutes later, like, nope, you have to do it, or you're not coming into work. Like, oh, okay, I'll.
Time off work.
Yeah, it's not too bad, is it? So I don't mind. Gets me an hour out of work ish.
Yeah.
And
Well, it's like you wander into town and then just wander to work afterwards.
well, yeah, the last one was at 9:30 in the morning, and I started at 9:30, so it was just literally just get there for 9:30, and then once you've done it, then just walk back into work. So yeah, just walked back in and got a Greg's on my way back in. Got myself a Greg's breakfast.
So, butty and a coffee.
Yeah, butty and a coffee. Lovely.
What drink?
A latte. Yeah.
Not the best drink, but
It's like the standard coffee, white guy.
yeah. I went towards a flat white for a little bit, but
What's the difference? Less milk?
I think less froth. Small milk, less froth. I think It's a tall coffee to milk ratio.
Every time I talk about coffee, I just think of the what's it called that plays Ant-Man?
Oh,
Summit Rudd.
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd. There's a scene of a film, isn't there, where he goes absolutely mental at someone about a latte and a frappe and a.
Yes.
I can't remember.
About...
Yeah, I can't remember what film it's from,
Yeah.
but venti. He's like, oh, venti means 20, you know. Yeah.
Okay, right. Latte, where are we?
Have you actually looked it up?
Yes.
Jeez.
Latte is espresso, steamed milk, flat white, with the foamy bit.
Okay.
The milk and the coffee. An espresso macchiato is foam. Don't care about you.
Ouch.
Cappuccino is like a latte but more foam.
Okay. Okay.
An Americano is just espresso and hot water. A latte macchiato, shitloads of milk and the coffee goes on top. And then there's other shit that
I think it does. And I'm only like talking from my alcohol experience that if you put the whiskey in first, then the mixer, you can't taste the whiskey as much.
Yes.
Where if you put the mixer in first, then the whiskey, you can taste the whiskey a lot more. I think that's how you're supposed to do it, but I never do. I just put the whiskey in, so I know how much roughly I've put in. So I don't give myself like liver failure.
Yeah, no.
No, well, you can add it onto the other failures, along with lung, heart, and kidneys.
Yeah, fuck your kidneys, you don't need them.
I don't need both of them, really.
One of them.
Just one of them. Well, lads that I used to work with, he had about 6. Yeah. Well, when they do like a kidney transplant, they don't take the old one out. Honestly, I asked Becca about it when she comes down later on. They do not take the old kidney out. They just put a new one in.
Jesus.
And this guy had like kidney failure. Just kept adding fucking kidneys.
Shoving him until it was
just
more duct tape.
yeah, just more kidneys. He had like a little thing under his arm that vibrated, and I don't know, it was on his arm there, well, just below his wrist. I think it was like a monitor type thing. But he's like, oh yeah, my missus loves this. Constantly vibrating, just put it on there, quick one of them. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, you work with terrible, terrible people.
I've always worked with terrible people, and I wonder why I've got such a dark sense of humour.
Oh.
I wonder why I'm so messed up mentally. I just seem to professionally attract mental people.
That's why we're here.
Yes. Just surrounded by mentalists. Non-stop. I still can't believe that, like, you haven't gone more insane being a chef.
Yeah, I think having, like 9 months off has helped.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't get that. I did.
I've had...
Having a month off, and I was doing alright. I had a good month. First month of lockdown, I was like, yeah, everything. Still waking up at the latest of 11. Down until like when Becca got home, and I've like, but I do housework, I do a load of shit. Then month 2. And loving it. Like, I was enjoying that.
Yeah.
Go to bed at 5, wake up at like 2, and I'd get some stuff done before Becca got home. Getting less of a sit down before she got home, but I was more of the evening to myself. I kind of came back around just before we opened again. Work closed and I got a new.
Yeah.
Everything's swung back around to where I'm like, as long as I get up before midday, I'm happy.
Yeah. But yeah, I've worked with chefs before. I think I mentioned it in one of the last podcasts, and they're all bloody mental.
Oh yeah. Chef over the age of like.
Yeah, unless they're like a Michelin starred chef.
They still hate themselves.
Do they?
Yes. It's not a job you can do for.
Just stress.
It's a lot of stress and it's a lot of strain on your body because sitting on your ass all day isn't great. Back. Being on your legs all day fucks your legs.
Yeah, I suppose.
It's not even just like standing still. There's a lot of moving around and there's lifting.
It always cracks me up watching Gordon Ramsay because like he works for like adults and he's going sick. It's like the old idiot sandwich meme.
Yeah, he takes it too far. Like he very clearly amps it up a bit on TV.
Yeah.
My old head chef was a bit of an arse. Not terribly so, but he was a bit of an arse.
Yeah. So, and then you've got what's the other one called? Jamie Oliver. He's like the complete polar opposite.
Yeah, he's the. I like River Cottage guy. You liked him?
No idea who he is.
The early 2000s. I started being aware of him early 2000s. Called River Cottage, and it was like proper homey cooking.
Okay.
And shit like that. It was good. I liked him. He had his own like herb garden and shit.
I think the only other like chefy type person that I know is the guy off Ready Steady Cook.
Oh no, I will fuck it up. I think yes. Ainsley Harriott.
I thought he was called Ainsley Harriott, but then I thought, isn't that the guy that did the shopping thing?
Lenny Henry.
No, I'm thinking of like a white guy now. I've gone like completely the other way.
Jesus. Yeah, no, for a while, before I lost the hard drive I had it, and I had all of Ready Steady Cook downloaded, I was going to watch it all.
Jesus Christ.
Ready Steady Cook.
Talking about watching absolutely garbage, I've gone back to watching Sharknado now.
Oh, I haven't seen it. I still haven't seen it.
Neither have I. I've kind of glimpsed bits and bats of it because we had it on at work. But we weren't allowed sound on,
Yeah.
so we had subtitles on. So I missed a lot. So I've just watched the first one, and it's just like the worst film ever. But it's great.
I like films like that.
It's just terrific. It's not. There's zero good acting.
No, it's not the intent. George R.R. Martin's in like the fourth one.
Oh, I think Jed were doing one of them.
Oh. That's part of the reason I can't watch the new series of Ready Steady.
The only time that I've ever liked Ryland was when he was on The Chase.
Did he think his big shit?
He actually did alright, you know.
Oh, alright.
So this was, I can't remember which birthday it was. It must have been like my 23rd or 24th. So this was like before my like 23rd or 24th birthday. And me and one of my housemates were watching him on The Chase, and he went for like 70 odd grand. And he literally got down to like the last one or two questions and just got caught. Because I made like this whole thing of, if he gets that 70 odd grand, I will literally have a poster of the guy above my fucking bed. He will be my new hero. But he just got caught out. And then I mentioned it to Liam on like when we went out for my birthday. I think he took like a photo of me and like tweeted him saying, "This guy loves you, this, that and the other." So I tweeting Ryland. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Stop it.
We just thought it were brilliant. Like, you're never going to get a response off him.
I've got a response from a few people. Paige Kennedy of Vine fame.
Okay.
Who is also an actor now. He's in the Meg.
Okay.
He was in a series with Rainn Wilson. I tweeted at him after I watched Backstrom. I tweeted at him saying, "Yo, you're really good in this show. Why has it got cancelled? I would like more." He tweeted back saying, "That's really nice of you to say."
Oh.
Yeah. I've been tweeted by Greg's a couple of times.
Yeah.
There are a few years back to back where I tweeted him like, "Yo, when's the festive bake coming back?"
You're obsessed with the festive bake.
Are you not?
No.
You lead a sad life.
Do I though?
Yes.
I'm not the one tweeting fucking Greg's. But I have like got a few responses back from like big creators on TikTok. Oh god, yeah. There's like a guy on. I think he's top of the charts at the moment. That's from TikTok, a Scottish lad. I can't remember what he's called.
The guy who wrote the Wellerman.
Yeah. But like, yeah, I think I tweeted him as well. He responded.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, nice lad.
I got a response from Tomska.
What's Tomska?
He makes.
No.
He does sketch comedy on. He makes like 3 videos a year.
Okay.
But yeah, he's like 4 million odd subscribers or something. He's got a fair few, but he
Just getting snippets from these big creators and like, oh, we're famous too.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake. Yeah, I think I've watched a lot of Marvel stuff again this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've rewatched the first 2 Captain America films. The first one's alright.
I didn't care for it. I didn't care for the second one. Not like Captain America.
Yeah,
Self-righteous prick.
I rewatched Thor as well. And
Thor,
the first 2.
I like Thor. I just don't like Thor 1 or 2. I like Thor in all the other stuff.
Yeah.
It's just Thor 1 and 2 I don't think are very good films.
No, there's like a lot of stuff that just doesn't add up. They've not. I don't think they've thought through very well. Like the fact that he's like a demigod and like
No demigod, he's a full-blown.
Oh, he's a full-blown god. Well, he's not very good at fighting in the first one.
No.
Because he gets twatted in the first one by some bloke when he goes for his hammer. He gets punched by a guy and they're like wrestling in the mud. I've totally forgotten about that. I thought like he's supposed to be the strongest Avenger, yet he's getting his ass kicked.
That's because he lost his hammer at that point. He's still pretty strong, but
yeah, but his powers don't come from his hammer, do they?
But in the first one, he might as well have done.
Yeah.
He believed it was the hammer.
But yeah, I think he became like a mortal man at that point or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Whatever. First one wasn't great. Second one was worse. Thor Ragnarok's fantastic.
Yeah.
And he's good in the Avengers films.
Yeah. No, I quite like him. What else have I watched recently? I watched the Iron Man films a while back. They're okay.
One's fine. It's alright.
I can't remember. So I remember the first one, obviously. But is that the guy that is they go to like the Formula 1 race or something? Yeah. I didn't mind that one.
No, one's fine.
One's okay, 2's decent. Is it the third one where it's like the fake terrorist? That one's awful.
Yeah, it's awful. It's got awful.
Yeah, that.
Be Iron Man anymore. Oh no, I'm Iron Man again.
Yeah, I feel like that's like a lot of Tony Stark.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's interesting, especially with WandaVision now. That's starting to get a bit better.
Yes, WandaVision WandaVision has finally like cranked it up a notch. It's no longer terrible sitcoms with a hint of something going on. We're getting to something that's going on and it's interesting.
Yeah. So is it actually her trying to protect herself or what?
I think so, yeah. It's her
In like a fantasy type thing.
Yeah. I just want to know if she's just fucking Vision's corpse.
I think she is. But yeah, that's worrying. Because I'm fairly certain he dies. I'm like, does he die? Maybe he doesn't die.
Yeah, no, he 100% dies. He gets ripped out of his head, and that's where his life comes from.
But aren't they taking the gem out at that point?
No, they don't get to finish it.
But that was the aim, wasn't it? That they were going to take the gem out and disappear it.
To sacrifice himself.
Okay, I need to rewatch that one.
Yeah, but then Thanos comes and just
Tink. I'll have that.
Yep.
Seen a bit. Seen a bizzle. But yeah, so I've been reading up a bit about WandaVision. Apparently this is going to kind of lead into the next Doctor Strange film.
Yeah, Multiverse Madness, which I'm excited for.
Yeah, so the theory at the moment is that because she's in her own reality type thing, her mental state's just going to get like worse and worse, and then something's going to happen, and that's going to make all the multiverse collide, and then it's going to go straight into Doctor Strange trying to fix that issue.
Because Multiverse of Madness is going to be a horror film.
Is it?
It's not just an action adventure.
Yeah.
I think I heard at one point they were aiming for like a 15, but I don't know about that anymore.
Okay, that could be interesting.
Yeah.
Fair
New
enough.
Mutants came out, which a lot of people didn't watch it. I highly doubt it did well. I really enjoyed it. It was not X-Men, but it was in that setting.
Okay.
It's a lot, just like 4 or 5 kids, all with powers, might as well be in an asylum.
Okay.
Being looked after by like one woman, but they all have powers, and that's the setting. Horror film. It's good. I really liked it.
Is that similar to the one that Samuel L. Jackson was in? What was that called? Glass, yeah.
Similar in setting only.
Oh, okay. Right, okay,
Because
fair
in
enough.
Glass, the premise is these people have brought you in, don't have superpowers. Whereas in New Mutants, it's kind of like, oh yes, we might.
Right, okay.
A little more Soviet about it.
Right,
It's a
okay.
solid film. It came out like in November, so it should be out by now if you want to watch it. I think it's worth a watch. It's not the greatest film ever made. A lot of people have issues with it, but I was like,
Fair enough, I might give that a watch then. Because I know that they're, I think we've spoken about it before, that they're bringing out quite a few TV series, aren't they, for Marvel?
As long as they come out sequentially, I don't care. I don't want to have to watch like. I don't want to have 4 commitments. Because I know after this thing is coming out, Falcon.
Yeah.
It's coming out after. So I'll watch that and I won't like it because I don't like Falcon. He's an arsehole. Don't care about Winter Soldier.
I still don't get with WandaVision why they're releasing an episode a week. It still fucking winds me up.
Interested. A lot of people can't commit to just sitting down and watching an entire day. That causes, and if they were to do it, that causes spoilers. They get spoiled for it, they get disinterested, they don't watch it anymore.
Don't be stupid enough to get it spoilt for yourself then.
It's difficult to, especially with films nowadays and Marvel stuff. The second it happens on screen, it's tweet.
Just don't go on Twitter. How often do you use Twitter? I hardly ever use Twitter.
I go on it pretty much. I don't post anything, I just scroll through.
I can scroll through, but I think my feed must be drastically different to yours. Well, saying that, mine's mostly football.
Yeah, mine's very different.
Mine's a lot of football.
Mine's just mostly porn and animators.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
Godzilla.
Who the fuck are you, Eddie?
I don't want the poo-poo porn on my Twitter.
Just a regular kind of porn.
It's a good kind.
We were talking about Eddie before at work, about the time that he got arrested. You were there when he got arrested. I'm sure you were. Yeah, he missed a whole day of work because of it.
No, what happened?
He got absolutely smashed locally, I think. And I think he was like walking back to his. And we're just being loud. Opening people's door, letterboxes and shouting in them and stuff. I'm fairly certain he would. I don't know if he actually did the letterbox thing, but he was being very loud about it, just shouting nonsense. So the police came and picked him up. Spent the night in prison, got released in the morning, and rung up work and said, "Yeah, sorry I'm late, I can't come in. I've been arrested." I don't actually think he told them that he'd been arrested, but they know now. Yeah. So he went straight back into town.
Fucking hell.
Went straight back into town, carried on drink. I think he had a few more drinks. Went to a porn shop. Asked if they had any scat porn. They did. They didn't.
No. Don't go to a back alley for that. Was a proper high.
Jesus. It's like the ones that he kept in his locker.
Yeah. Why in your locker? You can't keep it at home.
Oh no, he kept it at home, but his mum was decorating his room. So he brought it into work to hide it, and then all the lockers got cleared out. And now he's fairly certain that Freddie's got it. It's been too long now, it's been a couple of years. It's probably something that Freddie and his missus are trying to dome.
Oh, Christ.
Fairly certain she shits on him enough.
Work with nothing but message.
No, I work with a lot of normal people. They just don't make it into story time because they don't do anything mental. It's just the mental people that make it into the stories. So how's your work been then, Plebo?
It's been alright. It's been like surprisingly quiet.
Super quiet, kind of quiet.
Essentially, to break even on any given week, we need to sell 5 pizzas. 75 pizzas, when we break even, we cover costs.
Okay.
Essentially, the cost of buying food in and paying for
Cooking and
people to be there.
Yeah.
So I think the past couple of weeks, like Thursday, we've done 75 over a weekend, should I specify? It's like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Over the 3 days that I'm in, we need to sell 75.
Okay.
Like the past couple of Thursdays, we've done like 14, 15. We do a bit more on the Friday. We'll do like 20 odd.
Yeah.
30 odd. And then this Saturday we did.
Okay.
So not too bad. It was constant. Like it's nice because like time slot wise, it was from 5 until 9. I had like a 20-minute gap where there was nothing.
Okay.
But because we're doing deliveries as well, like if I've got a pickup at past and then a delivery at past, I can get that delivery like straight in the oven, send it out at like 25 past, and I've got.
Okay.
Which is nice. So I can work up. Their time slots are fine. Someone comes to me and says, "Oh, can you do another 2?" I'll be like, "Yeah."
Okay.
I can only fit 4 pizzas in the time. So
Yeah.
that's why it's so specific slots. Like, I can't do anything more than 8 and a 15-minute slot. Get them in and get.
Yeah.
And I've got to get all the dough walls out and everything, so it's the whole thing. The whole thing.
Yeah. No, that's not too bad then. At least they're relatively busy.
Yeah, they're doing alright. Sure.
Oh, special sauce.
Yeah. Send you garlic mayo.
Hmm.
What's your favourite pizza? What do you go for?
I'm really boring. I just go for a pepperoni.
I'm the same. I like pepperoni. Meat feast. There's too much going on. You're not picking up any. Half full of protein, and you don't really.
Yeah.
I'll add another meat sometimes, like me and Becca when we order from King's Castle.
Yeah.
We get a stuffed crust
Okay.
with pepperoni, Cajun chicken.
Okay.
The only reason I do that is because they're really good pizzas, and it reheats okay. Whereas with Domino's and stuff, the chicken
Rubber.
just chewy as fuck. So avoid chicken. Although I like chicken on pizza well enough, you're never tasting the chicken.
Yeah.
Are you?
No.
You're tasting tandoori chicken or
Yeah.
barbecue chicken or whatever. So chicken generally just a waste of time. Pepperoni, there's a flavour there. It's going. Spicy beef. I've had it a few times and it's been nice.
Okay.
The stuff that Domino's do, but like crisps up a little bit. That's all right.
Did you ever have the
The hamburger.
No, the Pizza Hut did like a Christmas pizza type thing. Did you ever get that?
No, I saw it and I didn't get it.
I got it. It was good.
Yeah, what was on it? Was it?
It was like beef and stuff. So it was like a very meaty one, but yeah, it was like a beef and chicken and turkey and that sort of stuff.
Sounds alright.
But yeah, it was good. Now, you seem like the type of person that doesn't have pineapple on your pizza because you've got principle. Because you've got principles, but Becca seems like the type of person that does.
You're 100% accurate, yeah.
How did I know? Yeah, you refuse to have pineapple on your pizza.
Wet.
Too sweet.
Flavour, I could get over it. Wet.
Yeah, I don't get it. There's a lot of stuff out there that's like sweet and savoury that works.
Barbecue sauce.
Yeah, but pineapple on pizza is not one of them things.
Pineapple on gammon, I can deal with. I'll never ask for it. I'll get an egg.
Yeah.
I've had it and I haven't hated it. Like, it's very sweet to contrast. If the ham and pineapple pizza was more. But I just don't want it.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean.
Have the salty ham and deal with the salty ham.
Give yourself a heart attack,
Don't care.
but it's worth it.
It is.
Super delicious. But yeah, Becca's definitely seems like the type of person that loves a bit of pineapple on the pizza.
Yes.
And it makes me sick.
Pepperoni's the go-to.
Yeah, well, we had Honest John's the other week, didn't we?
Yeah.
And that was solid.
Bosses, I was like, yeah, Honest John's is the only place that's on. The only place I consider. Giacomo's is like hit and miss. I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
It's just I never know when Honest John's is open or how to order from them. What are they on?
Just Eat.
Are they on Just Eat?
Yeah, or I think they're on Uber Eats now.
Oh, okay, because it just seems to be like the past few times. The past 4 or 5 times I've wanted to order there, they've not been open on the day I've wanted it.
I think the only days that they're not open are a Tuesday that I've noticed.
Tuesday tends to be a go-to for it. Monday before D&D, sometimes get a takeaway.
Yeah.
Tuesday, a day that we're both off, and it means one of us isn't.
Yeah.
And Wednesday as well.
Okay.
It's rare that we get a takeaway on the weekend. You're gonna get the worst takeaway a weekend because it's busy.
Yeah, no, I think it's closed on a Tuesday, but I think it's open.
I'll have a look. I'll have a look at their opening times. I just don't want to have to ring them. I hate ringing places.
No, I'm really glad that I'm kind of living in an era now where you don't have to phone anybody for anything, really. Yeah, and I hate it. I hate.
You get a job as a support worker with Becca.
I think.
You
No,
can see people's insides.
yeah, but that means that I have to see the idiots instead of just hearing them.
No, because they're knocked out.
So Becca knocks them the fuck out.
No, that's the anaesthetist. Becca was saying that they're offering, and if they can do a part-time thing, I'd do it. I'm 21 an hour. You know, you're on better.
I don't know. I don't think I'm much better off than that.
Yeah, but it's consistent. I have 2 jobs. One of them just isn't giving me hours because you guys need it more.
Yeah.
Third fucking job.
Jesus.
We get NHS benefits though.
What are the NHS benefits? People.
Nando's and a load of places give you like 20% off.
People.
15% off.
People clap you when you walk past.
Yeah. Quite a few places do an NHS discount.
Yeah.
It tends to not be shops, but food places and events and stuff. And I think.
Okay.
Blue white card. The Plungy used to offer 10% off.
Okay.
10% off for blue white card holders.
I know one of my mates who used to be in the army. They get a lot of discounts.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, they probably shouldn't get alcohol discounts. That can't be good.
No.
But yeah, some of the stories that he told me were ridiculous. Like, I think he got deployed to like Kazakhstan at one point. And they're like, yeah, don't mention Borat.
Yep, no, they hate it.
Yeah, they hate it. They absolutely hate it. And then it made them loads of money, so they loved it. But yeah,
No,
that was.
They were like, no, you're an arsehole. Oh wait, people are coming here. What? Why? Oh, this one film. Okay, we love you now.
Yeah, that was. He said that was part of the briefing before they went out there. That just not to mention it.
Yeah, don't bother.
So, but yeah, it was like stuff like that. Like, oh yeah, do this, but don't do that.
Yeah.
A lot of the time. But I don't think he ever went to an active war zone, which would probably fit best. It's a bit mental, but I suppose you've got to be a bit mental to join army.
Dangerous because, like, especially in America, it's a way to get insurance and to
Yeah.
track you in. They lure you in with a lot of not false, just true
Benefits.
promises.
Yeah. It's like a way of life over there as well, isn't it? They do like a lot of like bars and stuff that are just like for like Vietnam vets and stuff. So yeah, it's a bit of a mental place, America. But at least that lunatic's not in power anymore.
Yes. Finally out when is like overruling some of the last stuff.
Yeah. Apparently he's joined the Paris Accord again, hasn't he?
Yes.
Which is good. Was it you that were telling me that he had the cork button in his office?
Oh, what?
So Donald Trump had like a button in the Oval Office, and whenever he pressed the button, someone would bring him a can of Coke.
Oh.
Yeah, it was just like a button, and a butler would come with some Coke. Like, here you go. I'm like, to be fair, I'm very surprised that that's all it did.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me that if there was like another button that you press and just like a stripper pole comes out from the ceiling.
That'd be right.
Yeah, it's just mental. He's just a mental person. But yeah, apparently he left the White House in an absolute mess. Apparently he told all the White House staff to go home, and then Biden got there with his wife, and there was just nobody there to let him in. And obviously he didn't have the keys to get in or anything. So he's like, this is where I live, but I can't get in my own fucking house.
Jesus.
Yeah, there's like loads of little things like that. But looking at last month, it kind of does mirror last January's of just how mental it is.
Yep.
Because if you think last January we almost had World War III.
We did.
And we had the bushfires over in Australia.
Yep.
January this year we had storm the Capitol Hill, and there was something else, but I can't remember what it was. Been like a few things last month, haven't there?
Oh, the stocks thing.
Oh yeah, the games stocks.
Yeah.
All the rich people going, stop, you're making us poor.
Yeah. Oh, why don't poor people just invest their money? Okay. Wait, no, stop.
No, don't do that. Oh, fuck. I don't get the stock market at all.
Essentially, boiled down to the dumbest it can possibly be, there's 10.
Yeah.
That biscuit, that one, they all individually cost, let's say,
Yep.
I've bought one,
Yep.
but the value of everything left hasn't changed.
Okay.
You still include the value of mine.
Yep.
So now everything goes up by, divide the 40 by 9.
Yeah.
And add that value to the remaining 9.
Yeah.
So they're more expensive. Yours has now gone up by the value of...
The same amount?
Yes.
I get that.
That's it. Boiled down, that's it. I don't know what else is going on. I don't care.
I don't get how these rich people have lost money. I don't get it. Have they actually lost money, or have they sold the stocks at £5?
To an extent, there's like a betting thing that is included.
Yeah, that's the bit that I don't get.
Bet against something going up or down. I don't know.
That's the bit that I get the stock market. I get that if you want a stock in Tesla, it's £300 and you have to pay £300 for that one share, which is like 0.1% of the company.
Yeah.
That I get. That makes sense. This whole betting for and against thing, how do they calculate that? I don't fucking get it.
It could be a case of the buying and selling of stocks at given times. That is the bet, per se.
Yeah.
Like,
but apparently that's what they've lost all the money on. And it's been...
It could be that they did sell it in an opportune time. So,
Yeah, they've put... I think what's happened is these rich people have gone, this stock is going to be worth less. So we're going to say it's worth less. That's the bet that we're putting on, and that's going to make us money. Because the more devalued it is, the better off that we are on this bet. And then loads of people have bought the stocks, which has made it plummet, and they've gone, oh shit, we've lost all the money.
Yeah.
I think that's what's happened. Or that's the simplest way of explaining it.
Yeah.
And I think they're doing like a similar thing with AMD as well.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, it's not just GameStop, it's AMD as well now. So the price of AMD is going up. That's plummeting as well. Well, not plummeting.
Does a lot of stock buying. He's doing well for himself. I haven't told anybody how much money he's made in it, but it's a lot.
Yeah. But I would like looking into it and stuff, because just out of interest, I weren't gonna really. I'm never gonna be able to financially put a lot of money into it.
Yeah.
But like, just to open it, you need to put like £200 in, and that's on like trading 212 and stuff. You have to put like 150, 200 quid. Well, I tried trading 212, and they went, "No, we're not allowing anybody else to sign up at the moment." I think because of this GameStop stuff, they've stopped people buying and selling the stocks for GameStop, but they've also trading 212 and Robin Hood, which is like the American one.
Yeah, that was the one.
They've just stopped people like signing up.
Yep.
And I've gone on another one, and they've allowed me to sign up, but you can't just put a tenner in. Because I was just going to go, I'll just put a fucking tenner on and bet on stuff.
Yep.
No, they want 150 quid off me. That's the minimum that I can put in. Because I was just going to put it in and just whack it on AMD to go up.
Yeah.
Make a bit of money and withdraw the money that I put in. But yeah, it's crazy. I feel like the news is all just mental stuff happening in America.
There's a lot of America for stuff to go mental, though.
Yeah.
So I get it.
I feel like it's going to become a less mental place over the next 3 or 4 years.
No, I just
Yeah, I suppose. And kind of from what I've like seen and stuff, it's going to be very hard for him to get back into power. Trump, yeah, because I think it's like 80% of the Senate to vote in his favour to be able to rerun. So
probably not going to happen.
Or something along them lines. I probably misquoted that, and I've probably got that wrong. But I'm fairly certain from like kind of what I've seen and heard and stuff that it's going to be a lot harder for him to get in power next time.
Yeah.
Which is probably good.
There's also a lot of people who did vote for him last time that are very pissed off.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, he said all these things, never happened. Or I don't think he'd get to be the head of the. Probably.
Was the wall ever really going to get built, though? Let's be honest.
No.
Was it? Fuck. That was never going to get
There's
built.
already a wall.
Well, it's a fence.
It's a fence, but it's there. And it is patrolled.
Yeah. I mean, I think the main start that kind of cracked me up with all that is that I think it was like 60 or 70% of illegal immigrants didn't come in that way anyway.
Yeah.
They flew in. So, well, fucking good riddance to him. He needs to retire onto some fucking island in the Caribbean or something. I don't get why he's still working anyway. The guy's in his 70s. I can kind of understand it a bit more with Biden, why he's still going. He's been a politician all his life. That's kind of what he's about, isn't it? But yeah, I think it's just part of being a self-driven, ambitious person that you never just fucking retire, do you? I suppose if you're doing what you love, then you never really are going to retire, are you?
No.
It's like the High Court over in America. Most of them are like fucking old.
Yeah, well, you've got to be 5 before you're allowed to.
It's all about life experience and stuff, isn't it? Can't really have an 18-year-old being in charge of the country.
Can do it.
Considering Donald Trump got elected, won't really surprise you if a 18-year-old got elected. It's a mental place, isn't it?
Currently, if they did elect. Just because no person vote for anybody young.
Yeah, that's true.
I just don't think there's a point.
What?
I think Obama was fairly young.
Yeah. What's the age over here?
About right.
Because I'm fairly certain we've had younger prime ministers than that. I think the youngest prime minister were like our age.
18, Prime Minister.
Yeah. So I was just about to say the youngest ever when he's like mid-20s. I can't remember what he's called though. And I remember that because it came up in the quiz, family quiz.
President is 35.
President's.
And you have to have been resident in the United States for at least 14 years.
I thought you had to be an American, like an actual American.
You have to be a United States.
Ah, right, okay, so you have to be at least a citizen for
Well, it says resident, but...
Because I thought it was the whole thing about Obama that he wasn't American.
That was a birth certificate thing.
Even though he was born in like Hawaii.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's a mental place.
Yep.
But it's entertaining.
It's nothing but worrying. Like,
So you wouldn't ever consider moving over there then?
lack of healthcare actually does. I don't think I could. Canada, sure. America, I don't think I could.
Well, there's not a lack of healthcare. The healthcare's there. It's just fucking expensive.
Exactly. I don't want to pay for it. I've not been to the doctors in. I need to sign up at GP.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not signed up. I haven't been to the doctors since. Other than the dentist, which I have paid. I've not been to the doctors. That's not because I'm healthy. It's because I don't care.
The only real difference is that over here it just comes out of your payslip anyway. Where over there you just go, right, I'll just get insurance.
And all of a sudden it won't cover stuff. It could have covered your prescriptions for years, and all of a sudden they go, oh, we're not covering that anymore. That's it, like, whereas over here, your prescription is like £7. And what it is, that could cost £100. It is practical. That's the end.
Yeah.
Always free at the point of need. Pay for it, sure, but at the moment that you need it, you are not.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. But yeah, I think it's like the only like first world country. I think I read about somewhere like the only first world country that doesn't have free healthcare.
Yep.
But yeah, it's fine, isn't it?
No. It
Nah.
actually makes me sad.
Nah.
It upsets me.
Considering that they don't get free healthcare, it is a bit worrying how some of them live.
Yep.
They do live like they have free healthcare.
That's why so many big corporations offer insurance. Comprehensive insurance that actually covers it.
Yeah.
So you're far better off working for a big company.
Being-
for a fire department or
Being in the army.
exactly, it gets you insurance. Gets you and your family insurance.
What's-
lasting insurance?
What was Obamacare then? I thought that was...
That was it was essentially just insurance still, but it was far more affordable.
And covered a lot more?
Covered pretty much. It's still expensive, like ridiculous, far more than we pay in taxes. Far more. But it was more affordable than the alternative.
How much is fucking insurance over there then?
Shitloads. Like, I was watching a video on a guy, Brian David Gilbert. He did videos for Polygon. Funny guy. He did a video breakdown of who Waluigi was and shit like that. Did a video based on how old will Mario need to be before he can? So he figured out like the cost of a coin, figured how many coins he could earn in a month, figured how. So he speaks to an advisor, like a retirement advisor. Okay, so in America, to live in normal, in say wherever, like any average city, how much money will I need to have put away? How much money will I need a month to live? £1,000 a month. Live in America on your own.
I suppose it's a brilliant place to live if you've got money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Strange one. I never really considered it, but like you get like the videos and stuff of like, or the posts and stuff about like Americans coming over here, and they feel dead weird that they don't get like a bill afterwards that they have to pay.
Yep.
But
in 2019, annual premiums for cost the average family of four $1,576.
Well, fuck.
However, employers picked up 71% of that cost. Even if your employer 70% off of that, it's still like $6,000 a year for a family.
Not terrible.
Not terrible, but we pay nothing. We pay practically nothing. Actually, think
that's not a massive more than what we pay in taxes over here.
Yes, but we also pay for the police. The army.
Well, no, your national insurance, I mean, that's what that is. Because if you look at your wage slip, it gets divvied up different, doesn't it?
Fuck all in paycheck for me is nothing.
Yeah, because you haven't fucking worked for 12 months, you big dosspot.
Hey, national insurance on your...
What, even if you're furloughed? Yeah. Oh, for fuck's sake.
National insurance, which seems ridiculous.
For fuck.
Like, why are you giving me money just to take it away? Just keep it. Just give me less.
Mental.
Yep.
I need to contact HMRC. I keep putting it on. Off. I'm fairly certain that I've got a fine for something.
For what?
You know when I started at our place, they had emergency tax. I got a massive rebate on mine. I got too much of a rebate. And they were like, yeah, you owe us some money. I just never contacted them about it.
They'll just change your tax code, I reckon. That's what they would normally do.
But I needed to do that like 3 years ago. I owed them like 300 quid. And then like 12 months later, I'd owe them like 200 quid. And then it got to the point where like, yeah, you've owed us money for like 3 years now, so you owe us 100 quid, and then it's like a 300 quid fine. I'm like, maybe if I just don't, it'll clear that 100 quid and I won't have to pay anything.
Yeah, I had to ring... I rang 111 because it was my only option. I wanted to get a motorbike. And I had to ring him and be like, can I leave drive? I got like 6 points on my licence an amount of years ago. And I don't know when that was, and I don't know how long the points last.
Yeah.
I want to know if I can drive. And they were like, don't really know. Ring the DVLA. So around the DVLA, I was like, can I drive? And they're like, I don't really know. Have you tried this number? Gave me the number. I was like, yeah, I've just spoken to them. They have no clue. Like, give us a minute. Oh, I'll transfer you to this number. Can I drive? Yeah, looks like you can. Oh, nice one.
Fucking hell. How long is it before like call centres just don't really exist?
I don't know, exist forever.
You think?
Even if they're not call centres, they'll be web chat centres. There will be people doing
like customer facing jobs for forever.
Yeah, and because no... I like to say AI is ever going to be good enough to replace it.
Yeah.
Because the humans on the other end receiving the customer service from the AI are going to kick off. Like,
yeah.
essentially, if not for the human on the other side of the phone, you would just be a robot telling people facts. Just be telling them 100% accurate stuff, and they would accept it. They're an arsehole, chatting shit, and they're an absolute. You have to be human as well. That's
Yeah.
how it works.
Yeah, I suppose.
Like, imagine if in your job, all the managers said, "Yeah, we're not taking calls anymore. Just tell them how it is."
That's
Imagine.
that's 99% of my job anyway.
Oh, but then they're just going to ring back until they get through to somebody else.
Yeah, I suppose.
They will continue to call, get the answer they want. So because of that, you have to be human. You can't be a brick wall of able to be pushed over.
Yeah, I suppose. But oh well. What's your topic for this week? It's your week for your topic.
It's Worthikids. I'm going to talk about a
Worthikids,
nice little animator fellow I found on.
Okay.
I'll send you a link to his stuff because he has a very specific art style.
Okay.
Very, very specific, and I like it. Very like sketchy, scratchy, but the faces are really specifically animated. I say it's nice. It's not nice animation, but it's nice. Like, it's not pretty to look at, but it's fun to watch.
Okay.
Like, in fact, I can show you because here.
And I will put a link into this for later.
Yes, you will. Like, I'll put this on and I'll mute it. The Wire by Worthikids. See, it's not a pretty art style, but it's fun to look at. It's very well animated.
Okay, so.
But this guy just does animations on YouTube, but he also does all of his own music. Is fucking good.
Okay.
He's the reason I got headphones for Christmas, because I paid to get one of his albums. I downloaded FLAC, which is just a.
Yeah.
Yeah, Worthikids. He's done a series called Big Cock Burger, which is about a clown-themed burger van.
Okay.
It's great. It's just cute. Also, there's an animation. Well, it's a very, very broad program. Blender.
Yeah.
It is a 3D modeling animation. It does shitloads. You can just use it to paint if you want.
Yeah.
This guy Worthikids has gotten so good with Blender, he can fake stop motion animation.
Okay.
Like one of his videos, I'll pop it. Quite a few. He's done a couple now, where this isn't stop motion, all 3D animated.
Okay. Oh,
But
interesting.
it looks like it's stop motion. He's one of those people who, like, the whole like joke of jack of all trades, master of none.
Yeah.
He has mastered multiple things.
Okay.
Like 2D animation, it looks beautiful. That CG stuff. Big Top Burger, like initially when you look at it, you're like, oh, that's 2D animation.
Yeah.
No. That is 3D models that he's drawn over.
Okay.
After he's 3D animated it. Like, you can kind of tell here. Like, it's stunning. I love his stuff. And his music's really good. Just so varied and skilled in so many different things that it's fucking annoying because I'm good at nothing. I can make food alright. He is a very varied artist that I have grown to love. Like, I really get excited when he releases it.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I've watched all his stuff now because it didn't take long. And you can watch all his shit. It's also funny. Like, he writes funny.
So is it like skits and stuff or what?
Not like TikTok Burger is kind of like sketch. you could imagine that being. Other than the fact it's ridiculous, you can imagine a lot of it being like a sketch of man. Like, a lot of his stuff only works because it's animated.
Okay.
But it's designed with that in mind, so. Solid. It's hard to be like, oh yeah, you should watch it because of this. It's just fucking good.
Yeah.
Music. I completely forgot to listen to your playlist this week because I was very, very. But I will listen to it this week. But I'm gonna give you. Because he's not on Spotify. Bastard. Figure something out. I might send you a YouTube playlist.
You dirty bastard.
I know. I could always download it and like send it.
Fucking hell. What do you think this is, like 2003?
I will send you a few songs to listen to.
Yeah.
The Julock album, actually, is very, very good.
Okay.
His album, Julock. It is a album based on Shrek.
Jesus.
But it's based on Shrek, the world of Shrek, as opposed to Shrek himself. Like, none of the songs are about Shrek. About the world around him.
What do you mean the world? What can you possibly know about the world around Shrek that is?
Three of the songs are about the little pigs. There's little pigs. These little pigs. Final track on the album is called The Wolf.
I'm fairly certain that you've talked about this on several episodes.
It's really good. There's a few others. Like there's a song about a magic man. It's just a good fucking album. It's got a track based on fucking SpongeBob.
Jesus.
It's called Bikini Bottom. It's also a really good album.
Yeah. Fair enough.
He's a wonderful man.
Just a wonderful man.
Smart man.
Why are you kissing then? Ah. Oh God! You know what? I'm actually looking forward to just all this COVID shit being done.
Yeah. I want to go.
What, like this?
You're my lad.
I'm one of the boys.
Yeah. Bubble.
The social bubble.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get like people on just so, like the COVID to be over, so I can like start introducing these ridiculous people that I talk about actually into the podcast.
Bring Eddie on. Scat porn.
Well, probably not. He'll probably come on and like just tell us about how he gambles on horses. I actually want to get Chaka on. I can't wait to get Chaka on.
Volcano.
So he can give us a volcanoes.
It'll be nice when things are wrapped up. As long as we're not in lockdown for.
I think it's April that we're actually coming out. And
Fuck!
I am not actually saying that to like piss you off. I think it's April.
Want to see Godzilla?
No. I think I've seen a few like memes about like the Godzilla and King Kong film. It's like King Kong, like Godzilla is this,
King
this,
Kong, big monkey.
and then King Kong, big monkey.
Because it turns out I like giant monster films far more than I thought I did. Last week I watched Godzilla King of the Monsters, Skull Island, Pacific Rim 1, Pacific Rim Rampage, from a TV series coming to.
I think I've watched most of them, and they're okay.
Godzilla's good. King of the Monsters, great. Skull Island, solid. Pacific Rim 2 is less good. Rampage has the Rock in it.
Yeah, I was just about to say, is that the one with the rocking?
Yep. Still think they should have made the Rock big, and he could have That would have been a better film.
Jesus. Do you ever catch yourself just before you say something?
No, I just say things.
I'm getting better at catching myself before I say things.
It helps when you work on the phones for a living.
I'll tell you later when we're not recording a podcast.
Yeah, right.
Oh, God. Yeah. They're alright films, they're not too bad.
Yeah, I like Jump.
They go bang bang, punchy punch. But you don't like actual punchy fight. You just want to watch big animals do punchy punch.
A giant monster. Giant prick. A monster he is not.
I don't know. I mean, Anthony Joshua's quite big. He's not. He's almost 7 foot tall. That's quite big.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
He's like 6'5", 6'6", 6'7". He's a big boy. Yeah, apparently he drank plenty of milk growing up.
How much did you drink?
Obviously not as much as Anthony Joshua or Tyson Fury.
Drink much milk.
Yeah, I think it's a bit weird to drink milk by itself.
I like milk on its own. But I tend not to have it just on its own. I'll have it.
I think if you're going to have it with like cookies or something,
Yeah.
I think I can get over that.
Any chocolate product at all.
Yeah, but I think if you're just having a glass of milk because you want a glass of milk, then you're somewhat of a psycho.
If I've got heartburn, I'll have a glass of milk.
No, just have some Rennies.
No, I don't like Rennies.
No.
They're a waste of time. I only get heartburn bad enough that milk solves it. It's not bad as that I need.
Oh, I don't piss about me. I just pop 2 Rennies. I'm not pissing about drinking milk.
With that Gaviscon advert where the little fireman came down, just jizzed in his stomach.
Yeah,
Do you remember that one?
yeah, good times.
Yeah, no, I any chocolate product at all. If I'm having a Cadbury's like chocolate bar, I'm having a glass of milk with it. Like I'm not fucking about. Milk's happening as well.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
If I make a cup of tea, I'll milk through and then.
Max Gallagher, he eats a lot of Rennies. I don't know. It's got to the point where I know that if I have heartburn at work, I don't need to take Rennies with me because Max Gallagher has Rennies on him 24/7. Max cracks me up because he is like an 80-year-old man trapped in a 30-year-old man's body. It's funny. He's like an old man that is an old man.
Old man.
Yeah, it's just funny. Like, he does like a lot of gaming and stuff, but just acts like an old man. It's brilliant. Did I tell you that it hates the Lancashire hot pots for no apparent reason?
They think they're funny, they're not funny, but they are funny.
The lead sinker's not even from the north.
Well, he is now.
He's northern now, that's all that matters.
South racist.
Yeah, so... yeah, fun times.
Your plan for the coming week?
The same as it has been for the last several months. Go to work, come home, watch Modern Family, play Football Manager. Yeah, I've tried to get back into gaming a bit more. Oh, I meant to mention, I started playing that the new Star Wars game.
Oh, Fallen Order.
Not Fallen Order. There's a new one out. There's another new one that isn't the Fallen Order, and I can't remember what it's called.
Fuck you then.
Yeah, it's
Play as.
you just like in a. I don't know. I've only played it a little bit.
Jeez.
I can't remember what it's called. Basically, you decide the premise of the game is that it's just after Darth Vader is blown up Alderaan. And yeah, you're just in like fighter jets and stuff, and it's like shooty squadrons in space shooting each other.
Star Wars Squadron.
Yes,
Right.
it's rubbish. I tried playing that. I did not enjoy it.
You just not.
No, I'm okay with it. The controls aren't very good. It's all very. They've basically done it for VR.
Right.
So you're in the cockpit, and it's just very odd. It's the controls are a bit weird.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just not good. I imagine on VR it would be a very good game.
Yeah.
But because you sat there and you can't, it has to be like first person. I hate it. I hate playing stuff first person.
Really? You don't like Call of Duties?
Not massively, no. I don't mind playing like the career mode, but that's only because it takes a couple of hours, and then I really play them because I'm playing with other people online.
Yeah, fair.
Like for example, I wouldn't just play Call of Duty by myself online.
I'm almost similar, but a lot of the games that I used to play, like I played a lot of Halo. I liked Halo Online.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I played a lot of Left 4 Dead as well, and that's first person. But it's not first person versus anybody else, it's. Well, it kind of is. It's a 4-player co op versus horde of zombies.
Yeah.
But then 4 people can play as like special infected as well.
Yeah.
So it was fun. I really like Left 4 Dead. Solid game.
Yeah.
Portal's another one. It's a short game. I recommend everybody plays Portal because it's great. Portal is a short, bash it out in.
Yeah. It's like Squadrons because it's first person. You're like in the cockpit, and you've got like 3 options. So you can either make your engines go quicker, your blasters shoot better, or the shields better. So you got that option, but it's the right analog stick. Is the left analog stick, you flick forward and you start going, and then your right analog stick is like direction, but because it's 360, you can't see where the bloody hell you are, where you're going.
Yeah. You wait until somebody flies past you and then follow them.
But you can press like L2 and it like goes, all right, well you're locked on someone, but then like, oh, they're over in this corner, so you go around this corner and you're like, right, the way fucking round, back up again, up here. And it's like, where the fuck am I going here?
Yeah, the only dogfighting game I ever liked was Luftraus, but it was a third-person one.
Yeah.
It was flat screen, no forwards or backwards. It is up, left, and right and around. That's it. That was the extent of direction.
I think the only way to explain, like, I got really good at flying on like GTA.
Yeah.
That's kind of the third person. You're pressing R2 to accelerate, and then you can kind of direct it a bit better. I find that a much easier way of doing it.
Yeah. Accepted way of movement in a vehicle.
Yeah. I just find it easier to fly on GTA.
Yep.
But I think that's because I've had a lot more practice at it. I actually, I meant to mention, we're quite far into the podcast now, I meant to mention it earlier. Been chatting to Hannah Gilmore.
Oh, yeah.
On Facebook. She's preggo now.
She is.
Super preggo.
Pregente.
Super uncomfortable. I were messaging her on Facebook, saying, oh, you should come on PlayStation more often. We'll relive the old days of going on GTA and, trying to do heists and stuff. And she's like, well, I haven't got PlayStation Live at the moment. But I'll get it on Friday next Friday when I get paid. I'll get live again, and we'll go back online and play a bit and all that sort of stuff. And she was telling me about being pregnant and stuff, and she's like, they don't warn you. They don't warn you about how uncomfortable it is. I'm like, well, it's not exactly a walk in the park. She's like, I've been constipated for 3 days. I can't fart or poo. I'm like, I can understand how the not pooing's uncomfortable, but farting? Really? You miss farting? She's like, well, because I'm vegan, I fart a lot. I'm like, that's a thing? You become vegan and fart a lot?
Vegetable matter, it breaks down more.
Oh, I didn't know that this was a thing, that vegans just fart non-stop.
A lot of beans.
Good for your heart. But yeah, she's like, I hate it. I haven't been able to poo for 3 days.
Jesus.
I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I wanted to know that, Hannah. And then I was just poking fun at her name. Because she got married now, so she's not Hannah Gilmore.
Oh.
No, I can't even remember what her last name is. Alright, yeah, you're still Hannah Gilmore. To me, you'll always be Hannah Gilmore. There she is, Hannah Gilmore. Can she poo more? No. That's what I was doing with the name. Just, here she is, Hannah Gilmore. Can you poo more? No. She's prego. El Pregnante. But yeah, just poking fun at the name for like an hour and a half. She's like, right, I'm going now, I'm having my tea, see you later. But we were talking for a while.
Seeing as we've been talking about poo.
This is what it gets to every week. I start talking nonsense. You're like, right, that's it. We've had enough.
We'll call it there.
Yeah, we'll call it there.
Right.
See you later.
See you later. Ta-ra.
Ta-ra. Bye.